Hey VC, JG Yokohama, Jeff here. Just going through my weekly stack. So, yep, it's a little dark here. I guess that works. Okay, anyway, let's get going. Um, First up, this was something I picked up years ago. Apparently 1999 for the price sticker. So Melt Banana, and this is their second album, limited to one of 2,600 copies, but they didn't bother numbering it. Yeah, 2,600. I don't know if they're into Atari or because they're Japanese or they're more into the freaker culture. They could have been either way back in the 90s. Yeah, so Melt Banana, they're pretty big in the noise community. So this is their second album, which was put out between Skingraft and Nux Organization, which is KK Null of Zenigeva. So this one, so it's like a vinyl with screen print on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it came with the CD, not the CD, but the booklet from the CD with all the lyrics, I guess. A tattoo, which I never used, and it had a poster, which is pretty cool. So, yep, and then yeah, delicious black vinyl if you like. Yeah, color vinyl, yeah, wasn't that big of a deal in the 90s. Yep, and then yeah, came with a pink slipcase. And just put that aside there. So another listen here is Ryo Fukui's second album, and in my opinion, is his best one overall. I do like his version of Autumn Leaves on Scenery. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, so if you're into Bill Evans, worth a look. So Ryo Fukui, Fukui. He's pretty big on YouTube nowadays. This is a Japanese version. I believe I think it's a UK pressing, but it's readily available nowadays. The title, Mellow Dream is the title of this particular one. If you like Bill Evans, his piano, like modal jazz, it's pretty good stuff. So Mellow Dream, worth a listen and possibly a pickup. Pretty good recording. Yeah, he's interesting. He started playing piano. I think the story was like when he was 21 or something. But yeah, there's tons of things on YouTube. He's like this big YouTube guy now. I think I picked that up right before he went really nuts on YouTube. So Weather Report. Don't need to say too much about this. Just jazz fusion, whatnot. This was their big one. Has Birdland on it. So Heavy Weather. Who's on this? Wayne Shorter, of course, and Jaco Pastorius being the main guys there. Don't need to say much about this one. It's awesome. If you don't know it, yeah, check it out. It's awesome. Next one. This is one you probably don't see too much in the VC. So this is a Japanese. I think it was only done in a couple countries, but it's a Japanese live album of Stones, just called Live Rolling Stones Deluxe. 2-disc, gatefold. I only have half of the OB strip, so whatever. But yeah, it has got a Lightning Bridge of the Stones on there. It's a fairly good recording. I'm not sure the exact date on this, but it'd be prior to them going disco for sure. So I'd say probably 74, 75-ish. 73. Yep, 73. Okay. Yeah, so it's got pretty much all their big hits on there. Under My Thumb is what it opens up. Get Off My Cloud. Yeah, it's got a few deeper tracks, but yeah, Midnight Rambler, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Time's on My Side, Sympathy for the Devil, Street Fighting Man, Satisfaction, etc., etc. Standing in the Shadow, yeah. So this is a pretty good live album if you see it. I don't think it's particularly common in the States, but I think it did have maybe a European release. Where does it say? Madison Square Garden and Albert Hall, London. So it's, I guess, from 2 concerts in '73. So next up, this is definitely a must-have for people who like jazz. This is Jazz Impressions of Black Orpheus by Vince. I'm going to say it wrong. The Vince Guaraldi Trio. Probably my dad got to see these guys all the time in Hollywood because he was doing all the Snoopy stuff, and he just let all the kids go and listen in. See if I can get this out here without scratching anything. Yep, so this one's original pressing on red vinyl on Fantasy. Probably, I'm sure the black one sounds better though. It's yeah, I don't know. My experience with the red vinyl, and he's got, yeah, it tends to get to wear a little faster, I think. But yeah, this is worth a listen if you like that Snoopy music. Black Orpheus, and who else is on? Yeah, doesn't say who else appears on it. Oh, here it is. Monte Budwig on bass and Colin Bailey on drums. Yeah, whatever. It's definitely worth a listen. This is a great album. Yeah, again, piano jazz. Next one up. Just jumping in today. This is the repress from a couple 3 years ago. This is a Japanese repress of Happy End's second album, Kaze something Roman, Kaze Roman. I don't know, something like that. Don't ask me. It's Wind something. Japanese is terrible. Yeah. So this is I believe Harry Hosono. He went on later to do YMO, Yellow Magic Orchestra, and he did. I really gotta get it, but it was like April. Not April Rain, April something, April Times. I forget it. It's kind of a psych band. It's like a one-off deal, but that one's an awesome album too. I'll have to pick that up. But yeah, Gatefold. It basically reproduces pretty much exactly the original artwork. This was released by Sony, and yep, even reproduces the original price label on it, which is kind of interesting. So it was $1,700, I guess, when it was originally released, which would have been a small fortune in Japan at the time. But yeah, and it then has the real price sticker. It's kind of interesting packaging. But yeah, it's kind of folk rock, 70s folk rock, I guess. Kind of a little bit on the harder side of the folk rock spectrum. I guess it has, the 70s, or it has its psych influences, but it's not really a psych album. It's pretty cool stuff. Next up, this is Doctors of Madness. I believe this was their second album. So, what's his name? I was like Doctor Strange. What is it? Oh shoot, I forget the dude's name. But anyway, he died. He's Kid Strange on here. But anyway. Yeah, he died not that long ago, a couple months ago. So Doctors of Madness. I think Vinyl Rich had talked about these guys a little bit. So yeah, this is a Japanese pressing, so it's got an insert. They always had inserts, Japanese, English, lyrics, etc. There we are. So they were kind of skating the line between the punk kids and the glam kids. They're kind of splitting the difference. So they never really took off because I think the punk thing took off and they kind of left them behind. But yeah, I guess they were pretty influential in that, and I'm sure they're broken up now as of a couple months ago. But yeah, they were still touring. I'm kicking myself for not seeing them when they were touring Japan last. Oh well, I'm stacked up to all the other ones I regret not seeing there. And almost the end here. So next, you guys probably all know this. Surfer Rosa, the Pixies. This was I guess it was their first full-length album. Come On Pilgrim would have come out before this, and I guess Doolittle after. But this is the one that had Gigantic on it. Where's My Mind? Vamos, Oh My Golly, I'm Amazed. It's just like greatest hits, Bone Machine. So yeah, this is I would consider this an essential '90s album. Yeah, they're still touring around. No Kim Deal anymore, but yeah, I don't know. They're not the best live band, but they're worth seeing at least once, I'd say. But yeah, this if you were gonna get one Pixies album, this is probably the one I would buy because I did buy it. I do want to go get their first EP and what was that? Debaser. What's it called? Yeah, or Doolittle. Doolittle opens with Debaser. Yeah. So yeah, I do need to get those on vinyl at some point. And this is a 4AD reissue. It sounds pretty good. So came out a couple years ago. I'm sure they're still floating around. Yep, and last one in the stack. Not a huge stack this week. Lionel Richie, Gatefold. I think this is an original. Paid 50 cents for it. VG Plus, whatever. I'm not gonna leave that. Don't need to say much about it. I don't think any is like really massive hits on here, but yeah, You Are I think was a minor hit. Tell Me or Milo, I don't know. He had a couple minor hits off here, but yeah, but yeah, if you see this for under a few bucks, it's definitely worth picking up in good shape. So Lionel Richie, I think it's just self-titled. Yep, looks like self-titled. So, yep, hope everyone's staying safe. I'm keeping pretty busy myself. Maybe I'll jump on in some of these threads next couple days. I have a few days off. Yeah, my schedule's getting kind of crazy. Families in holding pattern, nothing going there. So if anyone's got any connections at the State Department or immigration, let me know because I could use some help getting them over here. But it looks like, from what I'm seeing on social media, I don't know if I want them on an airplane anyway, because it doesn't look like they're shoving them on there with people next to people, full seats. They're not spacing people out on those airplanes, which is kind of worrisome. Yeah, it's not flattening here in Virginia, so I kind of really want to go out there digging. I did order a big stack of sealed cutouts, just post-punk stuff that was kind of obscure. So I'm hoping that'll actually ship. We'll see. They took my money, so well, maybe I'll have something to show next week on that. So looks like some good stuff there. It's getting kind of noisy outside, so I'm just going to sign out here. I hope everyone's well, and have a great week, guys. Jeff signing out.